because I'm having issues today. Let's see here. Good morning, good morning. And now I've got to figure out how to get Instagram on here. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me turn that down. Good morning. Can you hear me okay? You can hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up. You can hear me. Awesome. All right, we're gonna rig Instagram right here. Okay. Good morning, good morning. I'm having all kinds of fun this morning. You have no idea. It's buzzing. There's a buzzing sound. Alright, let me pull my phone away and see if that fixes it. There's a buzzing sound. Okay, hold on. Y'all, it's always something. Let me see here. Internal microphone. Let me do this. Let's see if this is better. Okay, is that any better? Let me know if that's any better. Good morning. Hi, Berlin. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Sounds like a fan. So yeah, let me know if that got any better. It's still not great. Hey, Guyana, Virginia, Rock Island. It sounds like a fan. Still buzzing. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, y'all, what that could be. So I obviously am at a new computer today. Input device. Oh, let's try this. Okay, I just changed something. Y'all can let me know. Letting you all jump on this morning. Hi, North Carolina. Okay, I just changed something. There's a sound that mimics a fan. So let me know if that, he said I can live with the buzzing. There's a buzz, but keep going. Not buzzing on Instagram. Yes, it's a computer thing. So what I did is I changed my microphone, hoping that that would fix it. And whatever you did, it worked for just a second. I don't know, you guys. I do not know. Output device, headphones. And I cannot, let's see. I can't hear anything. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. This is the best I can do today. Um, you can't see me on YouTube? I think I'm there because I'm getting comments. This is what happens when you change computers. I just said the word is alive. That's what I'm here for. Okay. Y'all are so churchy. So churchy. Don't let it be a distraction. The enemy is always busy. I mean, he is. He is. Yeah, my AirPods are, I don't even know where they are. So here's my problem today, y'all. I'm going to keep going, okay? Because I don't know what else to do to fix it. Since y'all are telling me to keep going. All right. So, and I'm going to close some things that may help. So basically, I cannot find my computer. Is that not the craziest thing? I literally cannot find my computer, my laptop. And it didn't leave the house yesterday. It was here. I was working on it. Me and the kids went out for a walk run. We met up with Priscilla and her kids and my brother and his kids, and we all went out to a lake nearby to get a walk in outdoors. And came back last night, dropped them off, Then I needed to go to Costco because we were out of the main things, make milk, eggs, bread, a couple things I needed to get from Costco. So I dropped them off. I don't even think I really came in the house much. Went back out, went to Costco. Then you know how it is these days when you need something. Um, Somebody said, I missed this room. I went and then I had to go to Target. I was choosing, should I go to Walmart or Target? So I chose Target, and then they didn't have everything. So then I went to Walmart, and they were closed. So then I went to Kroger, and then I still didn't get everything. I went to Kroger, and I was thinking, um, I hate going to a store where I don't know things. I hate going to a store where I don't know things because, then you waste time. And when I was with little kids, I had a grocery list. I still have it. I had a grocery list for Walmart organized um, by aisle so that because I'm always trying to, see if I can turn this up. I'm always trying to be efficient. Yeah, so I'm going to do Find My Mac. I did do that actually on my phone and it says not found. So literally, I'm like, and somebody broke into my house and just took my laptop. I have no idea where else it could be. So I've been out walking around looking in the kitchen because I was standing in the kitchen for a little while, looking in the bedroom because of course I'll take it in there, looking in my office. I cannot find it. So I went to Walmart and they were closed, Kroger, and I just was thinking this is why I'm so aggravated. So I talked to y'all before about routines and rhythms, and routine and rhythm makes life simpler. So I go to Costco and I have a routine. I have a routine for how I walk through the store, and I have a list. I put the list on my phone. I looked in the laundry room. You said they're surprising me for Mother's Day. That would be nice. That would be nice. Um, yeah, but see, the problem is I want a new computer. It's actually on my list of things. I normally get a new computer every 3 to 4 years. It's been 5, and I've been waiting. Um, and so, anyway, so I'm really off my game. So I had already installed my software on this computer, but I don't have, all of my graphics, my sounds. I've never, you know, I did. I looked in the bathroom. Listen, y'all are trying to help me. I did check the top of the fridge. I mean, everywhere. You know what? I didn't look under the couch. I have not looked under the couch. I've looked in all the chairs. You know, is that behind you at the other computer? Listen, y'all are looking in the background, aren't you? No, this computer right there. Well, I'm gonna right here. Y'all can see that. That is my computer from 12 years ago. Somebody said, "Is it outside by the pregnant rat?" What about the laundry room where the Oreo thins are? Y'all remember too much. I actually checked my email, and I looked, where was the last sent message? Because that will tell me where I was when I sent it. In the last sent message, I was in the kitchen. And I know where I was standing. I mean, and normally, y'all, I take my laptop to bed with me because in the morning, after I get up and do all the things I need to do, I just lay there for a little bit and get work done. So I've pulled back all the covers. I've looked under the bed. Did I kick it off the bed last night? Somebody said it's in the freezer. Look in the pantry. Listen, y'all are helping. Look under Joel's bed. I'm so grateful. Okay. So someone said, look down. Remember the perfume? Ping it. You can send an alert to it if it's a Mac. Well, I looked on my phone and everything else came alive and said, here I am. And then for my Mac, it said it couldn't find a location. So I totally am. I mean, I literally, it is what it is. Here's the thing. Y'all have to understand. And so this morning, I, I, I just feel a little bad because my son yesterday, Kanan, loses everything. He loses everything. I just say he's a genius and he cannot be bothered with keeping up with things. He just cannot be. I mean, y'all, he loses everything. Everything. Kate Trey, my oldest son, has the memory of an elephant. If anybody cannot find things in their house, someone said, call the police. Um, then we asked Trey. Now, you just said call the police, and that just made me think of something. I'm like, did I take it with me in the car? Because if I took it with me in the car, when I got back to my car, we took the kids to go get an icy last night. My window was down. I don't think I took it in my car. But I'm going to ask my kids if I took it in my car. Because if that's the case, and they left my window down, then it is very highly likely that somebody stole it. But I don't think I remember taking it. But it's possible. Because y'all, I kind of take my computer sometimes everywhere. I did look in my car, y'all, but it wasn't there. So now I'm like, was it in my car? And my kid left the window down? Y'all, we have been on. This is ridiculous. I'm supposed to be on here talking about something. And y'all are really here trying to help me find my computer. I'm so grateful. But I'm going to talk about something else. I'm probably going to tie it in. Check under the seats. Do you have cameras outside? I do not. Don't have the Ring system. I don't know why my sound is different today. Well, I'm on a different computer. But why you're hearing a buzz, that's the part I don't know. That's the part I don't know. And I don't. Somebody said, we're not claiming that. Come on now, somebody. All right. So I literally am logging on to find my phone, whatever. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I was about to say, so my husband, my son, my middle son loses everything. And he actually said to me the other day when he found something, or he was looking for something, he said, Mom, have you seen mine? And my response to him was, no, I haven't. And then I said, sounds like you should have put it where it belongs. Everything has a home. I mean, like I totally, y'all, went into, you shouldn't be looking for it. Because he's always looking for stuff. And I'm always saying things have a home. Always. I'm always like, things have a home. They have a drawer for their technology items. They have a bin for their other items. And their schoolwork has shelves. And so when he's walking around looking for a book or something like that, I'm like, everything has a home. Sounds like to me, you should have put it in your home. And he said, and I kind of was upset at first that he said it. And then I was like, I mean, I get it. He said, Mom, that's actually not helpful. Hold on, let's see. I'm going to play the sound, if it'll do it. It just says MacBook offline. Sound pending. And it says the Mac will play when it's connected to the internet. So I can't ping it. Anyway, I was thinking when he said that to me, I was like, that's not helpful. Like, that's something I could say at another time. I don't have to say that right now. You know what I mean? And I was thinking, I'm so irritated when people do that to me. You know what I mean? Where I'm struggling with something, and then they say something that's not helpful. It's just like, it's their time to take a jab. You know, it's their opportunity to prove a point. It's their opportunity to, you know, just kind of come at me sideways and make me feel bad. And, you know, I just was thinking, ew, dead bug over there. I just was thinking, you've got to learn how to be kinder, you know? I mean, yeah, I'm the mom, and yes, I need to have teaching moments, and yes, Yes, I need to remind him of what's important, but do I have to do that all the time? So here I am. I can't find my computer this morning. And I will ask my children, was it in the back seat with y'all? And I will look under the seats. And I do have another computer, got a desktop, so I can get work done. But I was thinking, if anybody came to me, if any of y'all said to me right now, Chrystal, you've got to do a better job putting things where they go. That actually isn't helpful right now. You know what I mean? And if we can think about what it means to be kind, you know, there are moments to teach people, there are moments to remind people of truth, there are moments to be real, there are moments to be realistic, there are moments to be suggestive and helpful and all of those things. But sometimes, y'all, we use the opportunities that we have to be helpful and supportive and kind, and we use them to dig. And so I just wanted to challenge you today and tomorrow, especially as we head into Mother's Day, that you think kindly about your words. Turn down this light a little bit. I mean, what's the point now? I've already been on a little bit. That you think kindly about your words. You see my blanket behind me? See my blanket? With my mom on my blanket. Can y'all see that? One of my interns for last year, Miss Amber, she sent that to me. So, kindness is underrated. And I just think we need to think about our words before they come out of our mouth. The first thing I should have done with my son is to say, "Hey, can I help you find it?" Which, I mean, truth be told, I'm tired of helping him find things. I'm exhausted from helping him find things. But in that moment, really, what is helpful, and it's not helpful for me to say certain things. So think about your words. And to be honest, I get up in the morning and I write my notes for what I'm going to say. So I don't have a plan. So I'm here to ramble and keep y'all company because I thought I'm not going to come. I'm going to tell them I can't find my computer, and then if they're and because I couldn't have anything to say, and then they're going to say, "Sure you do. Just get on there and talk because whatever." So I'm here to just talk. I also want to say that yesterday I got a little derailed in my plans, and it's okay to be derailed in your plans. But let me tell you what happened. So my sister came over, and I'm not. She's a lot more of a flexible person than I am. A lot more spontaneous. Isn't that crazy? I was going to wake up the boys and ask them if it was in the back seat with them when they were in the back. Did you already look under the seats, Jesse? Yeah. But we can ask them if it was in the car. If it was in the car, then I'm sure somebody stole it because when we got out to go get those ices, the boys left the windows down. But I don't know that I put it in the car. It's likely, that's likely, but I don't know that I did. Anyway, Jesse's trying to help me find it. Okay. So I don't even know what I was just saying. Okay, so I do like planning things, but my need to plan things is heightened by the fact that my life is very, very full. Kids at home, working from home, y'all, I have like 4 jobs. So literally, I have a role at my church. I have a role at my dad's ministry. Of course, I speak and write. Of course, I'm home. And even though I do have somebody who usually helps me with the kids' schooling, even though she hasn't been coming because of COVID-19, I do that. Of course, I'm home with my family. And then I do writing and speaking for other ministries. Of course, I'm on here with y'all. And I just, I have a lot going on. So in order for me to stay sane, rhythms are my lifeline, right? And so if somebody pops over, it's a little, even though I love it, like if I'm here and nothing's going on, I love it when people just pop up to say hello. You know, my in real life friends who know they have that right and privilege, I love that. But if but yesterday, Priscilla was like, well, we're just going to come over. We want to see the dead rat. Y'all, I posted it on Instagram. So my middle son had to dissect a pregnant rat yesterday. That was a mess. And she came over because they wanted to see it. And then when she came over, my kids, all the kids were hanging out. And she said, well, they can play video games for 30 minutes. And I was like, okay. Because really, we were in the middle of our school day, right? So her kids are done with their schoolwork. My kids were not. So I was like, okay. And I'm thinking in my head, be flexible, Chrystal, be flexible, be flexible. This is great. The kids are, here. And, this is a thing. And it was a thing because I was trying hard to get ready. So we were already going to go walking. So then she says, well, I'm going to go walking. I said, okay, we'll meet you. Now, my purpose in going walking yesterday was to work out. So we're on week 5 of C to 5K. My boys had already done day 1 the day before, so I didn't do it with them. They went out running by themselves, and I went running. I needed to catch up. So that was my plan. So when it turned into, so we drove to the place where we were going to do that. The place is closed. It's under construction. So we went to a nearby walking trail. We hadn't been there before. So now I got to figure out, is it a trail that we can walk? Is it a trail that we can, is it a trail that we can, is it a hiking trail? What is it? Because I was trying to run. So then now it's not just me and my kids. It's my sister and her kids. And it's my brother and his kids. My one brother and his kids. So now we're all out there. So now I'm feeling guilty because if I run, I'm against family time. We're supposed to be having family time. So if I run, I'm messing up the family time. So I walked for a little bit, and then after a while, I ran. Because I was like, I can't be out here and not run. So I ran a little bit, but then I felt bad because I wasn't with the family. Then after that, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go home. I'm going to get my act together. So then, my brother and his kids and my sister and her kids were talking about going to Rita's in Arlington to get some ices. Of course, especially Joel. Joel is like, Mom, can we go? Can we go? And y'all, Arlington is away from my house. So now not only did I take 2 hours to do a 30-minute walk because we had to find the place where we had to go, and then we had to do it with the family, so it took longer. Now I'm in the car. My kids want to go with my sister and my brother to go to the icy place, and I'm thinking, I'm supposed to go home. I got to go home. I got stuff to do. I wasn't supposed to be out here for 2.5 hours. I got to fix dinner. I didn't take dinner out this morning. Y'all are going to tell me later that you're hungry, but they wanted to hang with their cousins. So no, I drove all the way out to Arlington, and I'm thinking, because this is one of those moments, if something bad were to happen tomorrow, that I would be glad that I did, because it's family, and I just should go with the flow. It's okay. We're quarantining. What does it matter? So I went, which, by the way, is where my window was left down. So then, my youngest son is like, can I go? Can I go with Auntie So? Can I go with Auntie So? We're going to spend the night. Can I go? Can I go? And I'm thinking, I don't know. I didn't plan for this. But I'm thinking, relax, relate, release. Be with it. Like, this is what memories are made of. Go be with your cousins. Go have a good time. And I'll go home. And whatever it is that's traumatic, we'll figure it out later. And last night, I looked at my phone, and I saw my son, because Priscilla sent me a video of the 3 kids, because all 3, that we call them the 3 amigos, because me, Priscilla, and Kanika, Jonathan's wife, we had babies within 6 months of each other, so we call them the 3 amigos. And the 3 amigos were in the pool. I don't even know what my son wore in the pool, because I didn't send him over there with nothing, no toothbrush, no shorts. I don't even understand. But they were all in the pool, creating a memory. And I thought, this was good. My 2 older boys, one boy, I'm going to have to call his teacher and say, listen, I know the deadline was May the 6th, but we're going to get it to you next week. I can't do it today. So, and I'm the homeschool mom. I'm giving him an excused absence because I was supposed to do something I didn't do. So I let the 2 big boys come home and veg out on computer games. I got in the car. Jesse just wanted to go for the ride, and we just went to Costco, Target, Kroger. Uh-oh, he's asking the voice if it's on my computer. Was it in the car yesterday, Kanan? Did you see it in the car? We were riding around to the lake. All right, we'll have to ask Trey. So anyway, we set on the hunt. So my point is, the whole day got shot yesterday. Now I can't find my computer. Just like, not the whole day, the whole evening. So, but here's what I want to say. There's a learning, there's a difference. And at the end of the day, I'm glad that the boys got to veg out. I'm glad that my youngest son is still with his cousins right now. I don't know when I'm going to see him again. And then did you find it? So, but I was just thinking, when I'm talking about getting things done, I talked to y'all the other day about your top 3, right? Like I literally get hyper tight when Instagram just died. Y'all, this is not how life should be right now. I don't even understand what's happening. Everything's a problem. Hi Instagram, I'm back. I don't know what's happening. But my point is, I was thinking, you have to have a North Star. You have to have something that you hold on to when life throws you unexpected things. So, for example, somebody said, why isn't Priscilla checking in? Because she's probably asleep. Because she was up last night with those kids. The North Star yesterday was I worked out. The North Star was I went to the grocery store. The North Star was I got some things returned, right, on email. I had to check the email. Those were my North Stars. And then you have to say anything else that throws a curve in my day, I'm making room for it. Because how else do you allow fun things to interrupt, the Holy Spirit to interrupt, unexpected things to interrupt? How else do you make room for living? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if you only do what you planned, you are limiting yourself to things that you can think of. And y'all, this is what I'm telling myself, because I didn't feel this way yesterday. And I don't necessarily feel like it today, because Joe still has schoolwork to do. I mean, there's that. He still has schoolwork to do. But then I have to say, was yesterday a good day? Was yesterday a good day? And when I was talking about reducing stress, and I said the last thing is looking at the day and saying, this picture of my mom sitting on my computer. I'm going to show this to you. You have to say, did the main things get done? Because here's what I believe, and you've heard this a million times, y'all. I believe that, and I've heard that, when you get to the end of your life, you're not going to say, did I reply to all the emails? You're not going to say, did I read all the blog posts? You're just not. You're not going to say, did I take care of all of the dishes every night? Did I wash the dishes every night? You're going to say that I spend time with the people that I loved, and a lot of that is going to come with interruptions. You're going to say, Do the people I love know that I love them? You know, you're going to say um, that I have fun, that I go for a walk by the lake. And so I want to challenge you to find the thing in today, the three things that if they get done, you're a happy person. Say what they are. Three things. Yeah. And then I want you to say, what today can I do that will matter in 30 years? So let me give you an example. I'm going to show you a picture. Okay, because I can. Okay, can you see this picture? If you're on, I'll hold up my phone, Instagram, so you can see it. Okay. Oh, I guess I can just turn it around. Let's do that. Okay, you see that picture? Okay, that is my mom and JoJo. I don't know what birthday that is. That may be 7 or 8, probably. Okay, so let me tell you what's really hard for me. Okay, what's really hard for me. Celebration is really hard for me. And you know, if you read She's Still There, that I wrote about it, and I wrote about it because it's tough. It's like I'm a doer, I'm a box checker. I like to make sure things are in order. That brings me a great deal of satisfaction. Celebrating means I have to stop whatever I had planned for today and just be. And celebration is like, you know, if it's your birthday, I'm already stressed. I can tell you that now. The people that I love, when it's their birthday, I'm stressed. Because that means that there's a date where I have to find something to do or to gift or to say to prove to you that I love you. And if I am at Target and I happen to see a mug that says Nurses Rock, I will buy that mug and I will send it to my friend Michelle. Because in that moment, I thought of her and I wanted to tell her. But then, if it's a celebration, if it's her birthday, then I have to remember to tell her on that day, to gift her on that day. And that's the part. The part is the definition of the day. I love telling people I love them all the time. Sending them a card, sending them a random text, telling them I was thinking about them. It's the deadline that messes me up. And it's the thing that you're having a celebration on a day when I have 50 things going on and I'm already stressed, but I'm supposed to let you know that I love you. So if I don't come to your event, you're not going to know that I love you. You know, it's all these different things, right? So celebration is an interruption. Often, celebration is an interruption because you have to stop to celebrate a thing that's important, and it is interrupting all the other things that you feel like you're stressed to do. Now, that said, there's a couple things we can learn from this. You can learn from me about this, okay? Um, One of them is that you you really have to I really have to take a hard look at my life and say, if I'm always overwhelmed when celebrations arrive in my life, is there too much on my plate? Because there ought to be room for interruptions. There ought to be white space. There's this illustration that I give that when many of us were in school, our teachers would not let us write outside the margin on notebook paper. You know, you have the hard red line on the left and you have the soft red line on the right. And the teachers would say, don't write outside the margins, right? And then if you had a good teacher, she would say, skip a line when you write when you're younger, because she would want room to write in. And so basically, you have to live life like that. You don't want to live writing from the top left-hand side of your paper all the way to the edge of the paper and all the way down, because then if your teacher wants to correct, she doesn't have room to do that. And so the same thing is true with God. If he wants to have room to correct your course in life, to interrupt your life, to bring good things into your life, good instruction, good direction, good manipulation, because he's trying to help you make a shift in your life, if you don't leave him any room, then you're missing the good stuff. You're missing the instruction. And so in the same way, we've got to have margin in our life so that we don't miss the instruction. Okay? But then you also have to say, you also have to say, if I'm always overwhelmed when celebration comes, then am I doing the things to celebrate the people I love along the way. Because I'll tell you, one of the things that relieves celebration stress is that when the birthday comes, I've already been celebrating. So I don't feel obligated to do it on this special day. Michelle, I can call her and say, girl, I love you. Because we talk, and then if I see something, I gift it to her. Um, but I do have to say that when we make room for celebration, those are the moments that matter. That you were there when they moved into their new home, that you were there when they celebrated their 50th birthday, that you showed up when they got married, that you stayed for the reception, that you lingered at the baby shower, that you stopped by. Now, I will tell you that, I just called Priscilla. Yeah, I just called Priscilla a couple days ago, and I just said, I have this feeling that I didn't spend enough time with mom last year. Now, it's a feeling, and I said, and in my head, I know that's not true. I couldn't have spent every waking moment with her. I do have a job, I do work, I do have kids, I do have a husband, and at the time, there was no COVID-19, and I travel. So I have to, I have to have some time at home with my kids. Like, I can't always be with my mom. But for being together, I think we did a pretty good job, our family as a whole. But I just was like, should I have spent more time? And I will tell you that, yeah, there are some doctor's appointments that I didn't make, and there's some conversations we didn't have, but nothing really too life shattering. But I will tell you what gives me peace. What gave me peace when I was talking to Priscilla about that the other day is that it's that I did think about a lot of moments that we spent together last year. Okay, but honestly, somebody said that's just a feeling. It happens when your mom passes. You start thinking, whatever. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought this is just because I want more. But when I think back, last year we spent a lot of time together. We did, and I have a video if I can find it on Facebook. I'll share it with you. But here's what helped me. I recalled a statement that my sister made when I was over at my mom's house one time. And this is before she was sick. My sister said, so you just go over there? She said, where are you? I said, at my mom's. She said, what are y'all doing? I said, we're watching Family Feud. She said, so you just went over there? This is a few years ago. I said, yeah, I just went over there. And I did that a lot. I would just go over there and just sit. Like, for no reason. I like being around her. And we would watch Family Feud. And my youngest son watch Family Feud with her. My boys would go over and just sit. And so what brings me calm and peace is that before she got sick, way before, I just like being with her. so so there were lots of everyday moments, on top of that. The one thing, because gifts stress me out. And my mother, whatever she wants, she's gonna get for herself. That's where I learned how to. If you need to celebrate Mother's Day, and your people don't know how to celebrate you, celebrate your own doggone self. And then make sure your people see you celebrating your mother, because that teaches them how to celebrate you. But what I was going to say is, my mother was big on cards. Okay, so every Mother's Day, if I didn't do anything else, I always got her a card. And I took my time finding a good card, y'all. And she always said that. I would give her the card, and I would hand her the card, and she literally would say, "Oh my," She would take the card and she would say, "Oh my, okay, let me see. Your cards always have great words. You're such a great. You always pick the best cards." And I'm a words person, right? So, you know, I picked good cards. And so, what I know for sure is that whether it was spending time watching Family Feud or it was, or if it was um, giving her really good cards, um, I said what I had to say, and I was there beyond the celebrations because of course we did the Mother's Day, and and let me tell you, I totally always stressed about that. But I'm thinking the gift that we gave her for Mother's Day last year. I'm trying to think, did she use it? I'm trying to think. I have to ask her Sunday. But my point is that when you leave room for interruptions and unexpected, and just because I would stop by my mother's house, usually because I was at the church, because remember, the church is one of my jobs, and I would, on my way home, I would just stop by. And I would always, in the sea of should I get flowers or should I get her a gift card to a spa or should we take her on a trip or should we, I would always make sure I got her a card with good words. So all that to say, interruptions can be a good thing, but you have to have room for them. And nothing days, time spent with people that matter, doing nothing, is something. Now, I will say doing nothing and watching TV together is something, but I would encourage you with spending time to look at that person and say, when if they're not here, what would I want to know? What would I want to do? And be intentional. So I told my boys, I told them, listen, your grandfather is a natural national. He's a global treasure. Every time you see that man, you ask him a question. That's what I told my boys. Every time you see that man, you ask him a question. They were like, what do we ask? I don't know. Make something up. Make something up. You think about what you need to ask him. Because you found it? Where was it? Yes, where was it? But where was it? Tell me. Was it in the bed somewhere? Or where in the bed? It was underneath those clothes? But was it like under the covers? But like at the foot?
It was strategically placed there. Because
was it on my side or the other side? Was it on my? But like down by my feet?
Yeah.
Jesse, they on here talking, thank you, Jesus. So I maybe should not go to bed with my laptop.
Is that it?
That's it.
The right one?
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you.
I know you got the old one.
No, the older one, no. My mom's, hers is on the side of the bed.
Yeah, I saw that one. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
And then I opened it up and I said, oh, no,
Yeah, that's not. And then the old one is back here. But anyway, see? Look at that. I had somebody stealing it. Jesse to the rescue. That's the thing. That's the problem. Jesse is always to the rescue in my life. So, anyway, my point is make sure you're spending the time, but make sure you're using the time wisely. And so my boys, I told them anytime you're around my dad, you need to ask him a question. So when we go over, I just say, all right, what's your question? Because these are the things that you're going to wish you knew later. So since you don't know that yet, since you don't know that you're going to wish that all this time that you had him, that you should have asked him stuff, I'm going to make you do it. Listen, when you are forced to cook with your grandmother in the kitchen, and you're mad because you're in the kitchen doing dishes, and you're mad because, your kids are mad because they're helping you cut something up. Let me tell you something. When they get older, they're going to be so glad that they learned how you did it and that they were with you. You know? So, my point is take the moments, use them well, spend time, ask the questions, and know that the moments that matter, even though we have a plan, because I'm all about having a plan, even though we have a plan, you should have a plan. Um, Having the plan derailed, and we have to live. That's the part about last year when I said, did I spend enough time, with my mom? Is because, we have to live. Like, we can't afford to just sit at our mother's feet all day, every day for all of our lives. My mother said many times, she would say, okay, now here's a favorite thing that my grandmother used to say. She would say thank you to my husband, to Priscilla's husband. She would say thank you for letting your wife come with me or stay with me or take care of me. She would like thank you. And and the thing is I was thinking, thank you. Like, you're my grandmother. I'm supposed to be over here. He doesn't need thanks for that. But the reality is it is my grandmother's position was, this is your life. Like, your life is your family, and making memories with your family and cooking for your family, and that is your first priority. And so when you are taking care of me, when you're here with me, when you're driving me to my doctor's appointments, your family is, is sacrificing because you're not there with them. And so my mother would say, Chrystal, go and be with your family, or go and do that. And she would tell me all the time. Oh. So I would always take a picture of myself when I would go to California, because California sun, it's magical. So as soon as the plane touches down, I'm a happier person. And so I get out of the plane, I'm speaking or going there to do whatever, and I would take a picture and I would send it to my mother, and she would say, "Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy." So she's a very much so smell the roses kind of person. And so if we were doing too many things out of obligation, she would say, "You've got to stop and smell the roses." So whenever we were doing things with her, she would say, "Oh no, what is your family eating tonight?" Or, "What are you going to do?" Or, "Does Jesse mind?" And, all these different things. Because she recognized that it's my job to live my life. And a part of living my life is leaving room to be with her. But a big part of my life is creating, memories for my kids. Because the reason why we have such a great family is because my mother did such a great job creating memories for us as a family. She took that very seriously. Took that very seriously. So, point is, um, treasure the moments, but treasure the everyday moments, and don't make the celebrations. Don't acknowledge the celebrations. Make room for the celebrations, but realize that a lot of your best living is done in the everyday. Okay, a lot of the everyday living is a lot of the everyday stuff. The joys of living is locked. I'm going to write that down. A large part of the joy of living is locked in the everyday. That's where it lives. It lives in the everyday. And so if you've ever found yourself saying, "I've got to make time for this," and I mean time with the people that you love, but I'm also like going for a run by the lake, exploring your city. If quarantine is coming to an end and you still haven't had a Zoom call with your friends, or still in my case haven't cleaned out the bathroom, those are important things. Do them. But don't forget to just go sit and watch Family Feud with your grandpa. My grandmother, my dad's mom, couldn't come to my wedding. She had had surgery, um, and she wasn't going to be able to come. And um, this is the grandmother that for my sixth grade graduation, I wanted to go and spend a week at their house. So before I got married, like before I got married, like not 3 weeks before, like the week I got married, leading up to, um, I went and spent the week with her. And I just, we didn't do nothing. She would always buy me um, chocolate eclairs. Sorry, so weepy. Anyway, she would always buy me, because ever since I was a little girl, I liked chocolate eclairs. So when I would come, they would go to the bakery, they would give me chocolate eclairs. And we didn't do nothing. We sat around, we watched TV, we sat on the porch. You know, I mean, got in the car and ran errands with them. We talked. I worked. I worked on my wedding list. I had my laptop out. She was like, "You're always working," because I am always working. My daughter said the other day, she's like, "Mommy, do you realize that you spend 75% of your life in front of a computer screen?" I'm working on that, but it is what it is to some degree. Um, but I didn't do any. There was nothing to do. I was just there. I just said, you know, I know you can't come, but you being a part of my day is important. So since you can't come to me, I'll come to you and we'll talk about all the things. And then the day I got married, we called them so that they could listen on speakerphone. And I had a mini bouquet of my wedding bouquet sent to her. And she said to me, when I called her later, she said, "I'll never forget this." She said, "As long as I live, I'll never forget this." Um, you know that you didn't, she said, "You always remember." So I'm saying that to you because, you know, this is also the same grandmother that said, when she was the last surgery that she had, and I was going to go, and I knew she was getting frail, but she was okay. She came out of surgery, she was okay, and you know, suddenly she just her body just came out. So I didn't make it there. And before she died, I said, "Hey," we call her Two Mama. I said, "Hey, Two Mama, I'm so sorry I'm not there." And I said, "I wish I was there." And she said, sorry. She said, you got me over here crying. I'm sorry. 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 Crying is good, y'all. Crying is good. It's purging. It's cleansing, right? But I said, "I'm sorry I'm not there." I said, "I should be there. I should be there with you, you know." And she said, "Oh, well, you're always here. I'm always with you." She said, "You know, never forget I'm in you. In you." And that's the thing. When you've spent enough time with people, you always carry a little bit of them with you, and you get to transfer the best of who they are in you. And that means to your family. Sorry, I've got y'all all just in your feelings today. I'm sorry. That means in your family, but that means everywhere else, you know? Like my brother said, we had a meeting at our church, and some of the leaders, and we were sharing some things that were in our heart, you know, with all the things that were going on with our mother. And we don't do that, y'all. Like, we don't sit down with, you know, leaders in our church, and, you know, we're not like on leadership. We don't do that. But in this particular case, there were some things that we wanted to share. And my brother said after that meeting, he said, "What was crazy is when I was looking at you and Priscilla talking, um, all I could see was Mommy, like y'all together, y'all together." And I'll tell you how we naturally carry her on. Now, I told them, my siblings, I said, "Listen, I'm going to need you to teach me to do this. I'm going to need you to teach me to do this," because we all got a piece of her in different ways. Like you know, Priscilla has mom's. She has mom's class. You know, she walks into a room, you know she arrived. And it's not that I don't have it. It just is not natural to me. It's not natural to me. Like being silly, and coming wearing a t-shirt, yoga pants. That is how I roll, you know. But Priscilla always looks like she's ready for the big screen. She always does. Her home is beautiful. It's well decorated. um, it's just, she's just classy. Um, and when it comes to seeing people, she does that. She does that well. But I have a lot of people say that to me when I talk to you. It's just like I'm talking to your mom. Like you're paying attention to me. You make time for me. I'm welcome. There's this whole thing. So we all have it, but to varying degrees, right? Um, my brother, like we can all cook, but my brother Anthony, there are certain dishes that she made that only he could do the exact way she did it. So it takes all four of us, and Jonathan's just silly, and my mother had this silly streak. And so it takes all four of us to really be the essence, the total essence of who, get as close as we can to the essence of who she is. And so you take people with you and then you spread it around. You spread it around. Uh-oh, my phone. I think my phone died. I mean, I don't know what to do about that. Poor Instagram. I feel like they're always getting the short end of the stick. So, long story short, my point in all this is, because there is a point, I'm emoting for a point. My point is the everyday matters. My point is that when you show up for people in the everyday, um, you you create memories that matter. And so when I thought to Priscilla, did I spend enough time? What I can go back to are all of the family feud nights, all of the cards, all of the all of the things that she did to be available, um, and all of the things I did to be available for her. And here's the magical thing: I found the cards. I found the cards. So she wasn't just telling me that the cards were meaningful to her. Now, my mom got a lot of cards, and she didn't always keep them all, but the ones that mattered, she kept those. And I was reminded that, sorry, Instagram, my phone died that time. I was reminded that my words mattered, and she got them twice a year, at least every year. Mother's Day and her birthday. I would always. I actually found a letter in a scrapbook that I'd written to her, to my parents, in my 20s. I'm sure it had something to do with me apologizing for taking them through the ringer, because I took them through the ringer. And I found the letter. So, my point is, oh, here's a thing. Here's an assignment for you. And I'm going to come back tomorrow with some more Mother's Day thoughts, because this was not the plan, y'all. Because I had no plan today, because I couldn't find my computer. Um, so the message today is, sorry, leave room for the interruptions. Okay? Y'all are giving. So save your ideas. Let's come back tomorrow and kill it with the ideas. Okay? Let's do that tomorrow. Let's plan to flood the comments with all of the ideas for what you can do to celebrate your mom, living or not, on earth or in heaven. Let's do that tomorrow, okay? Okay, so here's an assignment though. I want you, even if you're not a writer, I want you to write your mom a letter. This is your one assignment, okay? One assignment. Write your mom a letter. If your mom is living, or your aunt, or your grandmother, or whoever, write her a letter. You don't have to be a wordsmith. If you can write it, this is always my cue. If you can write it, and if it brings you to tears, it's probably from the heart. Okay? Write the letter. If your mother is living, or even if she's not really, but even if she's living, or your aunt or your grandmother, read it to her. Let her hear your voice. Tell her the things you love about her. Then give it to her so she can keep it always. Read it to her. Okay? Read it to her. If you don't think you can do it, if you don't think I can't stand in front of my mother and read this letter to her, then don't. Call her, leave her a voicemail, send her a message. And but my point is, let her know how you feel, and then and if you have a tough relationship with your mom, a complicated relationship with your mom, find something good to celebrate. And it's okay to be honest and to say, um, our relationship has been complicated. But it's kind of like Oprah said about her mother. When I went to go see Oprah, she said, they didn't have a great relationship, and her mom wasn't. She just said, "I want to thank you for having this baby," and she said, "And I want to thank you for the gift of life you've given me, and thank you that everything I needed to be who I am, I got." Because the setup of Oprah's mom actually not being a great mother is what helped her to become the person she is. So you can always find something good. Okay, you can always find something good. The Bible says to honor your parents. So honor her and give her your words of kindness and gratitude. Because the reason why you're here is because she had you. Okay, okay, so that's your one assignment. And then if you have ideas about how to celebrate Mother's Day, I think there's actually a conversation happening in our Facebook group today. And because I don't have, all of my things set up, I can't show you. But if y'all have been watching, you should know what that is by now, right? ChrystalEvansHurst.com/Facebook group. And I will take some questions. I'll take some questions because I always try to do that. Um, and yeah, so I couldn't find my laptop, thinking about my mom. But really what I'm thinking about is how all of the random things, there's so many random interrupting things, so many unplanned things that are the beautiful things right now, you know? And I want you to leave room for that. That's what I'm saying to you. So here are the things. I want you to think of the three things that are the most important thing for you to do. If you can get these three things done today, you will be you'll be okay. There may be 10 things you need to get done today. I mean, y'all should see my to-do list. It's just insane. It's insane. But I try to focus on my top three, and then I need you to say what today, what today would make would be a good interruption. Like, is there a park you can take your kids to walk at? Is there a hiking ground that you can meet a friend at? Stay 6 feet apart and do your walk. Do you want to just go for a drive? Put the windows down and just go for a drive to the other side of town? Is there a restaurant you like to eat at? You're going to treat yourself to dinner tonight? Just go for a drive. In fact, there's a friend of mine I need to offer again for her birthday. I was like, get in the car, there's a restaurant we both like, let's talk with the windows down and just go out. You know? I need to find, one of the things I told my boys is that we were going to find some good dance videos on YouTube and and just learn some dances. Like, what in a year will you say, I'm so glad I did that during Corona? That's kind of random and unexpected. Because what if you need to be the person? What if you need to be the person that creates the interruption? And I'm good for that. I'll stop by a friend's house in a minute. Be like, I was stopping by. You go. I'll do. Anyway, here's because yeah, I'll save that for another day. Okay, so questions. Y'all have any random questions? Y'all have been alive and well in the comments today, and I'm so grateful for y'all. I see this that my comments are popping up on my screen, and I'm on a new computer. Not a new computer. I'm on another computer. I don't even know how I did that or why that's happening. I know on YouTube and Facebook y'all can see that, so that's kind of fun. Malia, it's your birthday today. Thanks, Malia. I got your card. You gave me my soap. I think I already took it upstairs. Thank you. I love that smell. Yes to vanilla and patchouli. And yeah, I took it upstairs. They don't have. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. Y'all, if y'all don't know about barn door bath soap, let's see if I can make it focus. Barn door bath soap. Trying to make it focus. There we go. This is Malia Oliver's company. She makes homemade soaps. See Instagram. Here we go. And there you go. And she came to the Sister Circle retreats, and she just sent me that as a gift because she was in the inner circle when we did the 90-day experience. So it's so good, and then she sent me that as a thank you. It's so sweet. Happy birthday, girl. Okay, so I'm looking for questions. What is your favorite recipe you have tried in the last month? Beef stroganoff. And I need to. Where can you purchase it? Her website is barndoorbathshop.com. Support Malia. Barndoorbathshop.com. And it has ingredients you can pronounce: soybean oil, palm oil, purified water, coconut oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, essential oils. Favorite recipe: beef stroganoff. And it's somewhere in that resources page. If you're on my email list, it's somewhere in there. Okay. Now Instagram, it says pausing due to poor connection. I don't even know what's happening. Okay, I'm looking for questions now, y'all. Looking for questions. You may have to post it a couple of times. What is the devotional you use for your boys? Okay, so for my kids, we do Bible like a million different ways. Oh, my quilt. This company, okay, I'll come back to that. Well, actually, that's not the one that she gave me. Okay. So right now we're reading a book called Revealed, and it's a book that kind of came off of the last movie that Priscilla was in for the Overcomer. It was the boy book for Overcomer. We've been reading through that together, but as a part of their curriculum, y'all, the funeral home actually gave us this one, and this one is the one that Amber gave me. Is this the one? Nope. Is this the one? Nope, this is not either. I'll have to look. Amber, if you're on, can you say where you gave me the one from? It may be upstairs on the bed. Anyway, they're doing My Father's World, and they're reading the Old Testament, the whole Old Testament this year. So they have a little thing. It's called Reading Through the Old Testament, and that's their assignment. They read through the Old Testament, and this is what's about to happen. So let me just give you some grace for those of you who are homeschool moms. So every week I'm supposed to have a conference with my boys. That has not been happening. For Bible and history, I'm supposed to talk to them about what they've been learning, and it's designed for them to be self-motivated and do all the things on their own. And let's just say we haven't been having that meeting. So during the summer, we're going to go back through all the questions because they have to write down their answers, and I'm going to assess that they learned something. But the bottom line is, I can see their notes, I can tell they're working, and you know what? They're reading through the Old Testament. Most of us haven't done that. So, okay. What did your mom write a book on soap making? No, she didn't write a book on soap making. Love the talk with Gary Thomas about toxic relationships. Okay, so listen. If you need a talk about toxic relationships, that's episode 256, crystalevanshurst.com/256. Then, if you want to hear a talk about legacy, we just released the podcast with Jill Briscoe. It's episode 257. Both of those, y'all, are phenomenal. Phenomenal. And if you're in the inner circle at any level, like even the co-producer level, the $5 level, there's a 12-minute clip of Jill that I saved as a bonus podcast for you all. Make sure you go to Patreon and listen to that. Oh my good Lord. Okay. What were we recording yesterday? We were recording the elements for Sunday service. So we pre-record some of the parts. There are lots of people that are involved at our church with Sunday service, but any time we're involved with that, then hey, Christy Cole Harper, then we pre-record. So that's what we were doing that day. We were hanging out doing that. Look at if you put a question in there and I didn't say it, then please feel free. Our church does use Right Now Media. Right Now Media, y'all, is awesome. Churches purchase that, and you have a million Bible studies on there, kids programming. If you're looking for something besides Netflix and Boomerang and Nickelodeon or HGTV, that would have some excellent content for you. Will there be another retreat? So here's the deal, y'all. I did not feel comfortable saying, hey, for hundreds of dollars, why don't you come away with me in October when people are losing family members and losing jobs? I think by June the 1st, we will know if the world feels like it's opening back up and it's safe. Here's the other issue, y'all. At the retreat, we you're sleeping sometimes 5 to a room. I don't even know if that will be allowed in October. So I've got to talk to Pine Cove about what we can plan for, because it's, so what we're doing is we're going to have an online event, and registration will open up for that very soon. Let me see here. Hold on. And that's not the same thing, of course, as the retreat. However, it will be something that we can do between now and then. I think that if we don't have the in-person retreat, I'll probably just have another online event. I don't know what's happening. Poor Instagram. It's just not fair. I'm so sorry. Where can you find reading resources? We haven't posted those yet. We post the resources for that week sometime that week. We haven't gotten to it yet, but we will. Instagram, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, all right. So, online event is coming up. Tickets to Dallas are like $49. Oh, like have a retreat now because we can afford to get there. Oh, can I become a member of a church that's in a different state where I live? Well, Cassandra, some states do have online membership. Our church does not. But some churches do that. They will have e-church, online church. I think Gateway does that. I think the Potter's House does that. But Oak Cliff does not do that. My dad really believes, at least up until this time, that he wants to pastor you in person. He's like, how can I pastor somebody if I can't speak into their lives? Like, how can I? So he prefers to pastor in person. And that's where we are as a church right now. Okay, Right Now Media, Patricia. I think that was your question. I'm so glad y'all have been watching us on the internet. When will I come visit South Africa? When I'm invited. Okay, questions. Do I actually drink coffee? Okay, so here's the deal. I love coffee. I don't make it, though, at home. This is dandelion root tea this morning. Purifies your liver. Why not? And my coffee maker is in a cabinet. And so I bring my coffee maker down when I have company. And but if I go out, if I go through Starbucks, I drink coffee. But I just don't make it. I don't have that habit or routine. Repost, what are we doing for Mother's Day? I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. What is on my to-do list for today? Well, I have some important paperwork that I have to fill out. I have a blog post to finish. I've got to get my oldest son I got to get a couple of anatomy grades in. I need to look at my list again. I spent my whole morning not getting ready for the day. So I don't have an order, but those are the three things that come to mind. I need to put, the room is a disaster right now. I need to fold some clothes and put it away. Probiotic, I'm not committed. I go to the health food store and whatever I see that seems to be good that day. I've taken a Young Living probiotic, but I've also just picked up whatever they had at Sprouts. What's my drink from Starbucks? It's bad. So now when I go to Starbucks, I just get comfort tea and I put one sugar in it. Because if I get a coffee, my coffee order, are y'all ready for my coffee order? It is it's a double tall white chocolate mocha in a grande cup made with almond milk, stirred with extra whipped cream. Is that how I say it? Double tall white chocolate mocha in a grande cup with extra whipped cream, stirred, made with almond milk. Yes, that's my order. That's my order. Okay, that's my order. I'll take two more questions and then I'll log off since I spent the first 30 minutes talking to y'all about me losing my computer. And I think my husband is out there making breakfast. Y'all, yesterday was a dead rat. And I let my son bring the dead cat inside and he put plastic bags everywhere. But mentally, I was like, I'm so sorry. You can't bring a pregnant dead rat? That cannot be in my kitchen. I don't care what's down. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I will never be able to eat in that kitchen again. Do you ever have a day without a to-do list? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, yes and no. Okay. I have a running to-do list. And then I have my planner. Does that make sense? Like in my notes on my computer right now, there is a pinned to do that is called things to do. Literally. So, and it's just a running list of all the things I need to do. I'm trying to see if there's anything on here y'all can't see. Because, I mean, it will blow your mind. So here you go. I will show you. You ready? This is my running to-do list. This is my running to-do list. Okay? So y'all saw it. Instagram, you ready? This is my running to-do list. So and it needs to be cleaned up. Like if there's a lot of dupes and trips and triple things on there. But the point is, I always just write the things at the top that are on my brain, and then I just scan the list and think, what have I not done? What needs to be done? But that's my quick way to just write things down. I just jot them down. But I don't live by that. I then write down. I turn to a blank page in a blank notebook, and then I say, what am I doing today? That's how I do that. All right. Somebody said, oh my God. So really, again, I don't live by that list. It's just things that I don't want to forget. And then I look at it and scan it and then write down on my. But that literally means something comes to mind and I type it in. That's not like I live by that list. Okay. One more question. My favorite movie is Pretty Woman. Don't judge me. I've watched it a million times. Okay. Thank you for your happy Mother's Day wishes. Don Palmer said, I feel so lazy. I'm married to a Jamaican. You'd be running from my to-do list. I run from my to-do list because I don't look at that every day. Okay. I think that's all I have, y'all. It's better than 1,000 sticky notes. How many things from my list are on my planner daily? Big three. The big three are always on my planner list. And then maybe one other thing that I try to remember to do. Okay, I didn't see your question. I've been favoring y'all. I'm going to take a question from. I can't find your question. Lively by Grace. I can't find it. You said answer your question, but I don't see it. I don't see it. You want to post it again? Sorry. Hey y'all, so we'll be on tomorrow in case you missed it. We'll be on tomorrow talking about, is it been 90 minutes? Um, we'll be on talking about ideas for Mother's Day, okay? Even if it's too late for you to like order it, if it was a winner, then share it. So we'll be sharing Mother's Day things tomorrow. If you want to jump into the Facebook group, we're doing them today too, and then I'll pick some to share. My skin looks good. What products do I use? Y'all in the skin. You know what I ought to do? I ought to totally start selling Mary Kay and tell y'all that's what I use. I do use Mary Kay, but when I feel like it. My mother sold Mary Kay, so I would go and raid her closet and get her stuff for free, right? So what I use, y'all, is soap and water. For years, y'all, I used whatever soap I had, and then I would use oil of Olay. Then my mother had her cleansing stuff, and so then I used that. Um, but my mother gave me good genes. But I do use Mary Kay. But it would be a lot better, isn't it, if I would just sell it and then say, here, come to my website, y'all. I don't have time to sell Mary Kay. Do you consistently do your big three daily? Pretty consistently. Pretty consistently. That's why I created, and I don't have it in here. That's why I created my. Oh yeah, I do. Here, so this is my planner. I made it. We're working on round 2, and all I did was take everything that I do and try to put it in a planner, right? And so every time I have a planner, it has at the bottom the 3 most important to dos for the day. See? 3 most important to dos. You know? And then because I'm a maniac, I just have a blank page on the other side so I can write in anything else I need to write down. But y'all, I always just keep a little book in my purse. Just write it down. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to talk to you later. We'll be here tomorrow. I'll be a little bit more together tomorrow. In the meantime, what's the lesson for today? The lesson today is welcome interruptions. Choose to celebrate. Revel in the everyday. And your assignment was to write the letter. Write a letter to your mom. Living or not, write a letter to your mom. And if you can, read it to her. Okay? That's your assignment. You don't have to be a wordsmith. You just have to talk from your heart. Okay? All right. Talk to you all later. Y'all have a great day. Sorry, Instagram. I don't know what the problem was today. But we kept getting off. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. Share this if it's been helpful, or if you've enjoyed it. And here's one more thing. I think that if you are on my email list, you already got this. But if you're not, there is a spring cleaning. We'll talk about spring cleaning, even though the spring is almost over. Hopefully next week I can find somebody to talk spring cleaning with. I think I have somebody actually. But we have a spring cleaning printable, and if you go into my DMs, you'll get it. Just send me a direct message, um, and then you can get it on Facebook. On Facebook. And then the other thing I was going to say is one more thing I was going to say. Hold on. Shoot. I'm going to tell you about the DMs on Facebook, and then I was going to tell you my brain. It's not working. Okay, I will talk to you later. Whatever it is, I'll remember tomorrow, I think. Was it important for today? It's not coming back to me. So, all right, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Must not be that important. All right, bye. See you later, y'all. Bye.